everyone. I'm Melissa here, and welcome to your Melissa Moment. Hello, everyone. I'm Melissa here. Welcome to your Melissa Moment, and welcome to Wellness Wednesday. Today is just a little bit of a talking video. I've got my beverage, I've got pie, and we're just going to have a chit chat. So grab yourself a snack and a drink, and let's talk about wellness. Specifically, back to school. It's finally here. Kids are going back to school. Now, if you are a parent, you have children, you take care of children, you have close friends, family members that have children, you'll understand. At the beginning of the summer, I could not wait. I could not wait for my daughter to be out of school because I had all these fantastic plans for the summer. I said, this is going to be it, you guys. We're going to go on walks and go for hikes and go to museums and go and explore things and learn things and do things. And we're going to be in the pool and we're going to be playing with friends and we're going to go bowling. And we had a few family trips planned. And I was ready. I was ready for my daughter, who I dearly love, to be home 24/7 for the summer. And the first few weeks, as soon as she got out of school, we were in Las Vegas. You guys know this if you've been watching my videos. We were there for 3 weeks. It was amazing. And then we came home. And all of these grand plans I had went out the window. Went out the window for one reason or the other. Either I was just plain lazy. We had a lot of really bad smoke and the air quality outside sucked. So it was hard for us to go outside and do anything. Wasn't feeling well, busy with other things. My daughter just didn't want to do anything. Lots of reasons. And for a moment, I had a little bit of that mom guilt of, I had all these plans and I'm not doing anything. Like, is my daughter missing out on a fantastic summer? And I had a moment of that thought, of that negative thought in my head that made me think I'm a bad mom, I'm not good enough, everyone else is having way more fun than she is. My daughter is also an only child, so I feel like I have even more pressure to entertain her and do things with her because she doesn't have a sibling to play with. And that lasted for a while, and then I realized, no, my daughter's having an amazing summer. It's true. Maybe we're not doing everything that I wanted to do, but she's doing what she wants to do. We did have some trips. We did go do some things. We did see things, but she's also having days where she's just doing nothing but being on her iPad all day. And as a parent, I'm like, oh, that's not good. That's not good. She's on her iPad all day. Screen time. Oh, no. You know, like everyone's like, oh, that's bad. And I thought about it. I'm like, you know what? When I grew up, my parents never did anything with me throughout the summer. I was an only child. I literally played by myself every day, and I was on the Nintendo every day, all day. From the minute I got up to the minute I went to bed, I played Nintendo by myself. And I had the best time. And if my daughter wants to be on her iPad, it's the summer. Let her be on her iPad. Really don't care, right? But now we're getting closer to kids going back to school. And I am grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so ready for her to go back to school. Not because I don't like having her home. I do. I love her. I love her here. But she is getting a little bit bored. Also, we've tried to have numerous play dates with her friends throughout the summer, and everyone's busy. It just has rarely worked out. So now at least if she goes to school, she can see her friends. And it's easier for me to do the things I have to do my job when she's not here. So Wellness Wednesday is all about getting ready for your child or your children to go back to school. Because now my identity, my role is changing yet again. I feel like for the majority of it, the parent that takes care of the child mostly. I don't want to say it's just women because it's not. There's a lot of single dads out there, you know, the whole thing. But the person that normally takes care of the child or does most of the raising, disciplinary action, all that stuff, our role changes constantly, right? They're out of school for the summer. Well, now we're 100% caregiver all day, every day, right? They go back to school. Yes, we're still a caregiver. Yes, we still take care of them. But now we have those 8 hours a day where we need to figure out what we're going to do with those 8 hours a day. Now, I'm a planner. I plan. I've got things written down that I need to do every day. So I like to take this time to figure out what it's going to look like when my daughter goes back to school. So normally what I do when she goes back to school, I take the first week of her going back to school, and I kind of take that as me time. Now, I'm not saying I don't do anything. I still do my normal chores around the house, the dishes, the laundry, the dusting, the vacuuming, the cleaning up, making the food, laundry. I do all that still. But the first week back, I like to take a little time for me. Now, whatever that looks like. Maybe that means I pick up a pumpkin spice latte and I sit in my backyard and I read a book. Or I sit in my backyard and I just enjoy my backyard. Or I have a nap outside in my backyard. You know, whatever that looks like, that's what I'm going to do for that first week. Maybe I want to do some shopping. I'm going to go do some shopping. Just knowing I don't really have a restriction on my time. It's like I have 8 hours. 8 hours to do whatever I want, whenever I want. Maybe I'll go to a movie by myself, an afternoon matinee, just to take a little bit of time for myself. Because I know after that week, that's when I have to kick it into high gear. That's where I have to start getting ready for the winter. So that means, you know, winterizing our backyard, taking our pool down, you know, cleaning everything up, putting everything away, you know, getting everything out that we're going to need for the winter out of the sheds, putting all the summer stuff in the sheds, all of that. I also have some things at our offsite garage. I need to go and start organizing that and prepping that, getting it ready for winter. So there's a lot of stuff I have to do. So I like to take that first week to just kind of take some time for me and slowly get into a new routine, because it is a new routine. Now I have to make sure we've been spending this whole summer not setting an alarm, right? Whenever my daughter wakes up in the morning, she wakes up. Sometimes it's 7:30 in the morning. Sometimes it's 10 in the morning. Same with bedtime. Sometimes she goes to bed at 8:30. Sometimes she goes to bed at 11. It's been whatever, whenever, because it's summer. But now we got to start going to bed on time, waking up early, figuring out that morning routine again of getting dressed, doing her hair, feeding her breakfast, getting her backpack ready, packing her lunch, getting in the car, driving her to school, dropping her off. All of that, we have to prep and we have to get ready. So I like to take this time to figure it out. Figure out exactly. We're about a week out right now as I'm filming this video. So getting ready for back to school. Now I'm lucky, my daughter, the school she goes to, all of her school supplies are included with the tuition we pay. So all that means is the only things I need to supply for my daughter is a backpack, a lunch bag, indoor gym running shoes, and indoor house slippers. That's it. I mean, of course, her regular clothes and jackets and stuff, but that's it. I don't have to go buy paper and pencils and pencil crayons and Kleenex and dictionaries and thesaurus. I don't have to buy any of that. I don't have to do that. I'm very thankful that I don't have to do that, because that can be a lot and it can be expensive. So thankfully, that's all included in the tuition we pay. So that's one less headache that I have that I think most parents have to deal with. So for those parents who have to do the back to school shopping, my prayers are with you. Like, may the odds forever be in your favor. I know it's something you got to do, but we all dread it. So good luck. So that's kind of what I like to do, is just prep and plan, because I feel if I prep and plan, I feel more stable, more secure. I feel more confident. I'm like, I know what's happening. We got this. So this is just your little reminder. Back to school is happening. It can be exciting. It can be stressful. There can be a lot of anxiety, depending on what grade your child or children are going into. Your children could have a lot of anxiety or excitement. You know, who knows? My daughter, for example, is dreading going back to school. She hates school, and that bothers me. The reason she hates school is because she is a social child. She's talkative. She likes to visit. And they frown upon that at school, because that should not be. When we're learning, right? And I understand that. But to try to explain that to an 8-year-old, it's difficult, right? I mean, they don't have a lot of patience at this stage. They don't get it. It's not that my daughter doesn't understand the schoolwork, or she can't do the schoolwork, or she struggles with it. She doesn't. She's a smart cookie. She can do this schoolwork in 2 minutes with a blindfold on. I'm not joking. But she'd rather visit. And she gets talked to a lot. And in turn, after school at pickup, I get talked to a lot. And it's the same story. She's visiting too much. She's socializing too much. We're really trying to get her to do her work when it's work period. I'm like, I get it. I do. I understand. It's difficult. But what can I do? I've talked to her about it. I've told her the importance of schoolwork. I've told her the importance of not talking when it's not talking time, because you're not only impacting your learning, you're impacting your friends' learning. We've been through this. For the last, 4 years, we've been through this. It's not going to change. I'm sorry to say, it's not going to change. This is who she is. This is her personality. I can't change her personality. And unfortunately, now she used to love school, and now she hates it because of that. So that's a little disheartening, because you don't want any child to hate school. You don't want them to associate getting in trouble with, being at school with her friends. But that's kind of the way she feels right now. And that's the way she feels. Again, that's her feelings. I can't change that. I wish I could, but I can't. So I know there's going to be challenges with back to school for us anyway. I'm sure some of you out there are going to have some challenges as well. And just getting back into that routine, that can be hard. It can be really hard. And it does have an effect on our mental well-being. It really does. It's very important to have a partner or spouse that understands, that can support you. But sometimes they don't understand the amount of stress and anxiety going back to school can cause for your children or for yourself. So sometimes you do kind of feel alone and isolated. You've also gone to having someone home with you 24/7 to now maybe you're now alone, right? Some people like that. Some people don't. So it's going to be a big adjustment again. We do it every year. We're facing it again. But I think as long as you plan a little, you figure out what it's going to look like, you prepare for it as best as you can, I think it's going to be easier and it's going to be better. So that's your Wellness Wednesday. Let me know. Back to school. Does it affect you? How do you think it's going to affect you? Are you ready for it? Are you apprehensive? We all have different feelings with this, and that's okay. But talk to me. I'd love to hear from you guys. I've shared with you how I feel and how I'm trying to prepare for it. I hope you guys have a fantastic back to school, whatever that looks like for you and your family. And as always, we'll see you guys next time. Bye.